Hey, good morning, everybody. So I want to show you how to weigh out your clay and your mason stain for your colored clays today. So I'm going to be showing you how to use our little scale, how much clay to get, and how much mason stain to get. I know this is kind of a funny angle for the video, but it's the best that I could do. So that's what we're going to do. All right. So if your scale has turned off, just kind of, we're going to tap it to get it to turn on. Now for me, I like to do the easiest math possible. So I'm going to do it in grams. Now it kind of freaked out when I tilted it up, but you can see right here, there's a little G in the corner and that's for grams. If it says kg or lbs or something like that, then it's not on grams. And over here where it says unit, you would just push it. And now it's on kilograms, now it's on pounds and ounces, and now it's back to grams. So that's how you change it back. Now, when you're gonna do your colored clays, for most of the oxides or for most of the mason stains, you're gonna use about 8% of your total clay volume. So I'm gonna start by weighing out 500 grams of clay. So right here, I can see it says 540. So I know that's too much. So I'm gonna take some off and now it's down to 419. So I'm gonna take a little chunk and I'm gonna set it on there, 460, 493. Now, when you start getting into these little teeny bits and you're like, oh, sometimes when you set it on, it doesn't register. And if that happens to you, just lightly tap it with your finger because your finger will add a little bit of weight and then it'll recheck it. So I'm at 499. That's pretty dang close, but I'm gonna stick a little chunk on there and I'm gonna do the finger trick. And now I'm at exactly 500, almost, not 500 pounds, 500 grams. Totally different than pounds. All right, so I'm gonna set this to the side. Then you wanna make sure that your hands are clean when you're doing this next part because you wanna make sure that you are using clean things when you're dealing with the mason stains. We don't wanna contaminate the mason stains. So I have a clean cup. Now here's where the tare function comes in because this cup weighs 4 grams and we're only weighing out just a tiny bit. So I don't want to have 4 of the grams not in there. So I'm going to use the tare button, which is also the power button. So if I hold this down, I did it too long and I turned it all the way off. But you know what? That's fine because it tears it. But like if you just tap it, it should tear it. Which just means that it'll bring this whole thing down to 0, including, like it'll include this in the 0. So if I take this off, it says that it's -4 grams. So this little cup weighs 4 grams. All right. So now I'm going to take my mason stain. I'm going to start with the blue and we're doing 8%. So that's for every 100 grams, we need an 8. Now I weighed out 500 grams, right? So that's 5 100s. So I need 5 8s. So 5 times 8, do it on your phone if you need to, is 40 grams. So I'm gonna need 40 grams of this color. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit in, I'm gonna wait for a second. I'm gonna put a little bit more in. I'm gonna wait for a second, right? Because I really don't wanna have to go back and forth and try to dump some of this back in there. So I'm gonna, especially when I start getting towards the end, like it's at 35 grams. Now I'm just gonna do a little bit. And I'm going to do the finger trick. And I'm going to do a little bit. And I'm going to do the finger trick. Because now I'm at 36. Finger trick. 37. Ooh. Okay, well, I'm at 37 because this bag had some weight to it. And so I will need to go get some more of the blue. But so I know I need 40 grams, so I will get 3 more grams in there. And then you'll move on to the next video in just a second. The only one that, like most of them said that if you do the 8%, so the 8 grams per 100 grams, most of them said that came out with a fairly bright color. If you want a lighter color, then you could do less than that. So like if you want a light blue, then you could do less than 8%. The only one that says that it does pretty well with just having a little bit is the black. So the black, most stuff that I've read about says that it's usually fine at like 4%. So it'd be 4 grams per 100. So anyway, thanks everybody. That's how you do this. So 40 grams of this for 500 grams of this. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.